so when we go this of themselves, they march the road. So I drive on, you know. But they're unknown, they want to see.
Jesus Christ, make it see them. Watch him, man.
You know, see the boy that walking
with
him, man, clean as day, that you know, see that? See them pull the dope on him. See them? Shit. See them grab it up. See them grab the gun in my fan.
Grab it.
Zoom out, see if you can catch a plate. Zoom out. See if you can catch a plate. Zoom out. You see a boy run come from the never did it.
I know one I tree. See that.
Might have to take it from another.
Give me another camera and see if we can get that now.
Alright, exit camera that. Time 22:50 now. Alright, I think we can take one and take the exit camera and get that.
Hello?
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The video footage that you just saw from a specific angle is of a robbery/shooting takeaway of an officer. His name is Mr. Smith. Based on what the video footage showed, the officer pulled up in his Mitsubishi to buy some gas at the gas station, did not realize that he was in the progress of a robbery taking place. Coincidentally, he came in wrong time, wrong place, and the people see the vehicle pull up. One man then approached, like you saw, gun in hand, approached the officer, disarmed him. You could not see that, but based on what the police report is saying, disarmed him, search him first, realize that he had the tool. You know how it goes in commission of a robbery. If you have a tool and then realize they are police, automatically they are going to put out a DEATH warrant instantaneously. Such is the case. You could see the men scrambling. It was about 5 of them. I think they came in a white Toyota Wish, which was also shown in the video. However, you see the popo going over the surveillance camera, the footage, and they are trying to locate or see the identification, the registration plate on the vehicle so that they can locate those persons and send them to the wrong place at the right time. Right place at the right time, if you ask most Jamaicans. So you could hear the voice of the officers in the background. You could tell that they were very, very, very ticked off because they could not believe that this officer just pulled up and was not alert of his surrounding. Officers out there, legal firearm holders out there, Jane Public out there. You have to be aware of where you are whenever you live in a jungle-like setting. You always have to have all your antennas up, or else you are going to become the prey and the predators are going to always take advantage of you. Whenever you are an officer, you are in the high-risk group of losing your life because you are trying to take away other person's life that are bad guys, are trying to send them to prison, and they don't want to have any part of that. So therefore, if they can eliminate the good guys, which they consider to be the bad guys, that is exactly what is going to take place. You heard the voices of the other officers that were watching this video footage. You know what is going to come next. All of those young men, affiliates, and even family members' lives are going to be subjected to DEATH, because once you take away an officer that was not even on a scene, well, just roll up on a scene of crime. He did not get a call from the JSF 119 and went to investigate or went to get the bad guys. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and the wrong thing happened to him. But we know exactly what is going to happen after this, and justifiably so. As soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. Like me say, this incident took place at the Texaco at the BEECHWOOD, East Avenue, I think that it is called. A robbery was in commission. Like you saw, the officer rolled up in his Mitsubishi and he was robbed, he was shot, and he was taken out of here. He was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital and he succumbed to his injuries. It is a very sad day, a sad state of affair in Jamaica, and this is yet an next perfect example, point blank and period.
This happened when our cameraman Devon Fletcher tried capturing scenes from the protest.
Officer. I don't have a problem with your visit, with your video. I don't have a problem. That is your right. Yeah. But I'm saying to you, this right here is mine. Let me make that clear. And me I tell you to back up, back way, take away yourself from right there, sir. Stay over there, sir. Do what you want to do over there, sir. I have no problem. So, officer, I say I can't listen, I don't hear nothing. If you come in my vicinity, you're going to get up and you're going to get arrested.
The video that you just saw is of an incident that took place off Old Harbour Road, Bobby Lane, them call it, wherein the alleged Don of the place was taken out by the Popo. Based on what the Popo said, they saw the man, him wheel and pop off, blaze up some can, they returned fire. After the smoke cleared, the alleged Don was taken out. So we all know the procedures. Whenever any sorts of stuff like this happen, the residents are going to feel like it is unjust. So they are going to get the old stove, the tire. Them are going to fling everything at the road. Them are going to protest because it is somebody that they love. The somebody that they love is a man known as Bawlhead. Based on the information, he is said to be a peacekeeper. He is always crying peace in the era. The people them love him. The gunman them love him. Everybody love him based on what the residents say. It just happens that Bawlhead's son happens to be a notorious takeaway man. His name is Baller. So it is Baller that is the shot caller, Baller that is the feared, notorious with that N, man that live in the era. So it seems as if they've been getting all sorts of information about Baller, and they went for Baller, and when they went for Baller, Baller apparently was not there. They saw Bawlhead, which is the father. Don't know if the father and the son look the same way, but if you go for somebody with a warrant of DEATH, then you should not execute, being the operative word, that warrant, unless you are 100% sure. Yes, it is going to sound controversial, and yes, we've seen the new trend, and yes, these gunmen must be aware that, listen, if the court can get you, the long arm of the M16 will get you for sure. That is a new protocol unofficially. So the people in my protest, you hear him sister come out, that is Baller's sister, and say, them take him and them can him up, carry him go to the next place and give him a couple more in him head, and then they took away the body. They also searched some barbershop, got the CCTV footage, and then after they took that footage, they also went to the other persons that had their phones, and then they confiscated those phones or checked those phones to see if there was any sorts of video footage on it. Now, this is my disclaimer. Like I said before, I cannot confirm what these persons are saying is true. There's always 2 to 3 sides to the story: the police side, the resident sides, family member, and then income that is supposed to come with the truths. Based on what the people say, this man is a community leader. This man is a peacekeeper. This man is a mediator. But you and I all know, based on what we've heard before, there's a thin line between community leader and Don. Sometimes the Don is a community leader. Sometimes the community leader is independent of the Don. 2 different people, 2 different actions. So the police is saying that this man is a notorious man. This man confronted them and that man lost his life, meaning Bawlhead. The people must say Bawlhead and Baller, 2 different people. Baller, notorious gangster, notorious killer. So Baller lost his life because he is said to be a gangster. Now, when you look at that video at the start, and we said to ourselves, then hold on a minute. Oh, them take with this man that is supposed to be a peacekeeper, a mediator. He is separate and apart from his son, who is Baller. So Bawlhead are the father, Baller are the Don, Baller are the notorious killer. So we come full circle with the video that we saw at the start, and we'd ask ourselves the question if we are objective. Why would the police stop the media? Why would the police be so disrespectful to the media? Because the truth and the fact is that, yes, on the scene of a crime, you don't want any source of disturbance. You don't want evidence to be compromised. You want the investigator that can go, Indicom can go, and they can both do their work. However, when you shift the body and you fling the body of the man that lost his life in a Jeep, and you take away the body and you're gone, and you take away people's phone based on what these people are saying, and you take CCTV evidence from the barber shop, that means the scene of the crime is already compromised. So therefore, when the media goes in, which is their job, even in a war, the media is allowed, they are given exception in exceptional circumstances, such as shooting, such as war. It has always been like that. The media is not supposed to be violated in such a way, and is not supposed to be spoken to in such a way. You heard the man say, if you keep encroaching on him, he is going to put a cap, he is going to make sure that you are arrested. People, that is not supposed to be the way that it is. These popo, they are getting carried away. And like I've always said, power in the wrong hand is a very dangerous thing. And that is why Jamaica is the way that it is. Point blank and period.